Notice your jaw, it is still holding something. Lie back and you can feel it, the small clench at the hinge of the jaw, the shoulders riding a little high, the hands not quite open. The work is over, but the body did not get the message. It is still braced for a meeting that already happened, still leaning into a deadline that has already passed. You tell the mind to settle, and the mind agrees, and nothing changes because the day is not stored in your thoughts tonight. It is stored in your muscles. This is the thing we get backward at the end of a hard day. We try to think our way to sleep, to reason with the racing, to argue the mind into stillness, and the mind, being the mind, just argues back. Tonight we do the opposite. Tonight we let the body put the day down first, and we let the mind follow it down into rest. There is an old practice for exactly this, older than any productivity book, and it has quietly become one of the most studied things you can do before sleep. In the yogic tradition, it is called yoga nidra, which means yogic sleep. You lie still on your back, and a voice moves your attention slowly through the body, one region at a time. The right hand, the right arm, the shoulder, the side of the face. Then the left, down the chest, the belly, the legs, the feet. You are not asleep, and you are not quite awake. You are resting in the doorway between the two, the body releasing layer by layer while a thread of awareness stays lit. For most of a century, this lived inside yoga and meditation, and the modern professional, reasonably skeptical, kept a polite distance from it. Then the science caught up and gave it a name without incense on it. The neuroscientist Andrew Huberman began calling this kind of guided body rest non-sleep deep rest, or nsdr, and the framing did something important. It let a tired engineer or a tired executive try the practice without feeling they had joined anything. The studies are real. Guided body relaxation of this kind has been shown to lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and to shift the nervous system out of its daytime alarm and into the slower, restorative state where sleep can actually arrive. The tradition gave us the practice. The science gave us permission to trust it. What both are pointing at is simple, and the Zen teacher Thich Nhat Hanh spent a lifetime making it plain. He taught that the breath is the bridge between the mind and the body, and that the body, unlike the mind, is always already here. The mind time travels. It litigates the morning and rehearses tomorrow. The body has no such talent. The body is only ever in the present, and so he taught, if you want to come home to this moment, you do not chase the thoughts down. You return to the breath, and the breath carries you into the body, and the body is standing in the only place that exists, which is now. He even left a short verse for bedtime in his own words, the sense of it being. Lying here in the present moment, you know that nothing is chasing you, that there is nowhere left to get to, and so you simply let this moment be enough. That is the paraphrase, not his exact lines, but that is the instruction. Stop arriving. You are already here. Let the breath prove it. And there is a precise way to do this, refined for people who do not consider themselves spiritual at all. John Kabat-Zinn, the scientist who brought mindfulness into hospitals, built much of his work around what he called the body scan. Attention moving slowly through the body the same way the yogic tradition described, but stripped to its clinical bone. His one crucial instruction, paraphrased, is the part everyone gets wrong. You are not scanning the body in order to fix it. You move your attention into the shoulder, and you do not order the shoulder to relax. You simply notice it exactly as it is, tight or aching or fine, without trying to change a thing. The noticing is the whole act. And here the paradox he is known for becomes the practical heart of the night. Again in paraphrase, not his words. You cannot stop the waves, but you can learn to surf them. You are not going to flatten the day's churn by force. You let the waves move, and you stop fighting the water, and the body, no longer braced against itself, begins to come down on its own. See what all three are quietly refusing. They refuse the idea that rest is something you achieve by trying harder. The braced body is a body still doing its job. It is loyal, it is holding the posture of a person who matters, who is needed, who cannot fully let go because letting go feels like dropping something. So you cannot command it down the way you cannot command yourself to stop worrying. Command is the daytime language, and the day is over. What works instead is attention without demand. You move down through the body not as a manager inspecting it, but as someone finally listening to it. The jaw unclenches not because you ordered it to, but because, perhaps for the first time all day, you noticed it and asked nothing of it. This is a discipline, even though it looks like the opposite of one. It takes a real and trained restraint to put attention on a tight shoulder and not immediately try to manage it. To let the body be exactly as it is and to trust that being noticed without being fixed is what finally lets it open. The mind, watching the body let go like this, slowly concludes there is nothing left to guard, and it follows the body down. So tonight I stopped trying to think my way to sleep. I let the body lead, and I let the mind come down behind it. I unclench the jaw, I let the shoulders fall away from my ears, I open the hands. I let attention move down slowly, the way the old practice teaches, noticing each part and asking nothing of it. I let the breath be the bridge, slowing on its own, carrying me out of my head and into the present. I notice the day still held in the body, and instead of fixing it, I let it be and feel it begin to dissolve. Let the attention keep falling now, down through the loosened jaw and the soft weight of the shoulders, down the arms to the open hands, down through the slow rise and fall of the chest and belly, the breath stretching longer without you steering it, the body putting the day down one region at a time the way the yogic practice always knew it could. Nothing to fix and nothing to chase and nowhere left to arrive. Only the waves of the day still moving somewhere far off while you stop swimming against them and let the water hold you. The mind quieter now that the body has shown it the way, sinking past thought into that doorway between waking and sleep where rest is its real work, and somewhere past this sleep a morning waits with its opposite discipline, the cold and the chosen effort, the body waking on purpose into one hard thing before the sun, the breathing of Wim Hof and the rising cortisol that Andrew Huberman describes as the body coming alive, the mirror of this very letting go. But that bright braced effort belongs to the dawn, not to now, and for now there is only the long descent, the day laid down through the body and breathed out into the dark, held and unheld, going still, going down and gone. Begin disciplined and reflective.